Okay, but what's his name?
I need borax.
Hello, survivors, and welcome to We Who Survive. My name is James, and this is episode 21, season 2 of The Hunter. Looks like it's December 2nd at this point, hence the snow, the fog. Generally looks like Silent Hill out here. Alright, so our first northern expedition for borax was a complete and utter failure. Did get some decent stuff out of it, like random bits of copper and such, but nothing to write home about. So we're about to go do the same exact thing, but I mean to the south, I guess. There's shale down there, and shale is a rock that borax can spawn in. So I think I'm gonna make one more prospecting pick. Where's my other hammer? I know I have 2 hammers. Oh, I left it in here for crafting. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. What I'm trying to say, we're gonna go down south. We're gonna look for borax. I'm gonna make probably one more pickaxe and one more prospecting pick before we do that, just so I have enough. Then I guess we're gonna head south to the shale and go to town. That's really about all I got, people. We really need borax so we can make the iron anvils so that we can progress any farther on metals, or like doing metals easily so I can actually do my iron with my windmills. We just really need borax. It's killing me, people. So that's the plan. Alrighty, folks, that is precisely why we need to get the windmills up and running. Technically, I could work iron on bronze anvils, so if we get really desperate, I could attempt to do bronze anvils for the windmills, and then we can at least work our iron, so I don't have to keep hand freaking hammering off the slag and stuff. It would be so nice to automate it to bars, but I would really rather get iron anvils, because if we have iron anvils, then we can work meteoric iron on them, and that's the real plan here. I want to upgrade to meteoric iron. I have a bunch of deposits laying around. So we are going to continue the terrible, horrible search for borax. I'm feeling a little luckier this time. I mean, if I found nothing to the north, I gotta at least find a little trace in the south, right? Like, give me something, dog. So we're gonna go tear up and prospect south of Huh, the property. I haven't named this place yet. I need to name this place. Anyone have name suggestions? I might have named it by the time this airs, so don't take it personally if that happens. But here's about where we're heading, folks. We're going down. No, that's granite. That's shale. Well, that's not a lot of shale. But I bet you that whole like middle chunk there is shale, but it's all under grass. So I'm gonna check my leathers real quick and maybe grab any last minute things I may need, and then I'll meet you out there probably. We'll be prospecting and gotta find borax, people, so it's time to go dig up some land. Okay, so far this is already not a total failure. I have not found borax, which is the real goal, but I've already found a good bit of copper, which I was not planning on, but that's excellent. We really need copper, mostly for making copper plates for lanterns and stuff, so I don't have to keep wasting my iron. Plus we can make copper spears, or we can save the copper and wait till we get cassiterite, and then we can make bronze spears. But I don't know how worried I am about that. We really just got to get the whole leather thing going for bows, and then we'll use iron arrows. So yeah, but that's how it's chopping up right now. I got a bunch of copper in this little tiny area, but now we're back on the hunt for real. And we're gonna look for borax. Do I have that trader on my map? I think I do. I think that's the furniture trader or whatever he's called. Sorry, I'm getting my inventory all mixed up. I'm gonna make a shovel because we got a lot of digging to do probably. I really need to make some iron shovels. I will do that if we have to come back out, because that's just gonna be very fruitful and save me some time. Yeah, I don't know, people. I don't have a lot of updating here. It's time to keep looking for borax. I got that trader, right? Yeah, I got that trader. No way. No way. All right, I found this random cave and I'm picking up traces of borax. It's probably a big thing of zinc here, and it's even got a decent copper reading. But I only care about the borax right now, and this has a minuscule amount. I don't know if I can get a higher reading because borax deposits are so small, is my understanding. So I think we'll search the area for a better reading, but regardless, I've found where I'm gonna start digging out the entire earth. I think somewhere in this area, hints of borax are around. I pray we find it. It might not even exist. That's just a chance that it spawned there at World Generation. So I may be digging for nothing, but let me do some more prospects. I'll probably like northeast, southwest it and see if we get any higher concentrations. Alright, some creepy crawlies came out while I was prospecting, but it looks like we're good now. So here's what I've got, people. I have a diamond with a center point, and all of these prospects are showing minuscule amounts of borax. How depressing is that? Like, it starts happy and then it gets depressing. There's allegedly just minuscule amounts of borax, but it's sort of popping up everywhere. Oh god. So I can't even pinpoint a place. I don't want to fight wolves right now. Can I please just run? I got so much more to do, people. Come on, wolves. Mother frickers. Alright, I think they're backing off. Oh, so I gotta figure out where to start. I think we're gonna start like over here to the left. Yeah, here's where I took the prospect. So maybe we'll just start digging out here, and I just got to start doing local prospects for borax like crazy. I'll also start doing some extra of the regional ones to see if I can get increased percentages anywhere, but this is starting out miserable. Like, I'm glad we have a reading, but that reading is very, very bad. Like, it's minuscule, it's everywhere. I have nowhere to narrow down right now. I'm gonna grab some extra sticks for ladders just in case, because I don't even know what I'm getting into, but let's get into it, I guess. Oh my god, look at that. We got a real reading finally. I have been at this for an hour or two already. This is getting ridiculous. But we got a .21, very poor reading, which is way better than minuscule. So if there's a deposit, it's probably right here, if it exists. So I guess we're probably about to find out if it exists. There's so many creepy crawlies down here. I have gotten my first temporal gear, which is great, but I'd rather just not be fighting stuff, honestly. I'm gonna put up a little dirt wall, and with that reading, I'm gonna do a straight down dig here. So far, no hints of borax, dude. This is actually very miserable. So if we don't find borax here, I don't know what else to do, bro. This is so hard. I can't find borax anywhere. I finally got a real reading. Let's give it a shot. Wow, this is just getting absolutely depressing, people. I keep taking more regionals and I just keep getting minuscule amounts. I only had the one real reading. I've dug a whole tunnel system, dude, and I have not found any traces of borax or really much besides flint. And the borax isn't going to be deep. It's at surface level. Now, I'm not sure that 100 is my sea level because the way I set up my world with the land scale and stuff. So I might just be too high, but then see it's slate down at the bottom. And this stuff doesn't spawn in slate. It spawns on the sedimentary surface rocks. So I don't think I really have to go deeper. Like, I think for my world, I'm probably around sea level. I think I did 300% on something, so that would be 130 if that affects. I don't know. But regardless, there's no frickin' borax here. I'm almost certain. I'm not certain enough I'm going to totally ditch this place. Oh, God. Come on. We'll probably come back next episode and just keep trying to dig out this whole area. Oh, got some drifties. Is it just drifties? Oh, God. It's a spooky boy. I don't want the spooky boy. Okay, let's get back over. Dog. See why I keep building walls so I can mine in peace? Oh, this cave is terrible. And it's really terrible because there's no freaking borax. I'm going through all this for nothing. Let me get out of here. Honestly, this might wrap it up. I don't know if I have much more digging to do around here. My soul is just completely crushed at this point. But I know the next time I get on, we're just going to come back and keep looking for borax. So maybe I'll wrap all of that up into one episode. I'm not sure. just want that freaking, I forget their name. I want the crawly guy to go away. I think I'm good now. I'm just gonna run through. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Bunch of freaking stinkers. Jerks. Oh, let me guess. You're gonna follow me. The drifters are gonna follow me, naturally. Alright, well, I'm not afraid of drifters. And we got our first temporal gear. So that is huge. That is actually huge. So now I sort of want to fight drifters to get more. Dang it, it's raining. It's probably not going to work. I was reading somewhere, I think on Reddit, that somebody like lit the grass on fire and then all the drifters started on fire. So if it weren't freaking raining, that would be sort of convenient and cool. I think I'm going to have to fight them with spears though. Dang it. Yeah, you can't really start the grass on fire in the rain. Like, it'll start, but it just puts itself out. Alright, well, come here, drifty boys. I want more temporal gears. Do you have them? You have it? Can I get that number? Hey, cool. We gained a level in combat. We don't really combat much. So, that's our first level up. Alright, put the spears back where they belong. Sorry, I'm super OCD about that. Let's chop open these drifters, see if we got anything good. Before we go, though, I haven't ran to the deepest level of that cave because there's all kinds of enemies. I want to make... Oh, shoot, that's a Bowtorn. I want to make one quick run just to make sure there's not like an open borax deposit or something crazy I'm missing. I would feel awfully silly. All right, let's go deeper. Oh, straight on the bauxite. Slate below that. Alright, the cave seems to go way farther. But I don't think the borax deposit's right here. I'm not missing it. I should be good. But we have to get out of here before this Bowtorn kills me. Oh my gosh. Imagine I drop all my stuff right here. It's not that far, but that would be very sad. That would be very sad indeed. Okay. Alright. Let's chop these boys open. And then we're gonna get 2 more temporal gears. We're gonna get 1 more temporal gear. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Alrighty, friends, we've made it back home pretty much unsuccessfully. I mean, I got some copper, so that's cool. Like an actual usable real amount of copper, but in general, we did not get our borax. I think I preferred when I had no borax and no readings, because now I just want to go dig up this entire chunk, which is not really feasible. But I'm starting to doubt that the borax is actually there. I think we might have got a false reading. I have seriously dug up so much over there, right where the hot reading is too. But I don't know. We'll see. I found like a sphalerite deposit, I believe, and that was farthest from my strongest sphalerite reading, so might be worth it to continue looking in the area. But that's gonna be it for today's play session. I'm not very happy, to be honest, people. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to jump on tomorrow and we're going to go keep digging for borax. So if that's the case, I will see you tomorrow. If not, I guess I'm going to record an outro instead. Hello, friendos. It's a new day. I've decided mentally I'll probably combine these 2 days into one episode because I think I'm only going to get to play for like an hour and a half or so today. It is sort of late. But if I have that extra time after work, which I do, I want to use it to go find borax. But I think before we go, I want to do some foraging, which is sort of like terrible timing because as you can see, the sun is setting. I don't see any creatures out there yet, but I do want to do some nighttime foraging. It's better than wasting the time as well. So I want to make some iron shovels for sure, just so I can stop making all these stupid stone shovels, because we're going to probably dig up a lot and do prospect lines. Let me think here. I might also make an extra prospecting pick and then maybe a pickaxe as well while I'm just sitting here doing all of it. Now, if you saw, I just made a door. Yeah, I think it might be time to partially wall off this forge. Just so if I'm going to do a dedicated forging session right now, normally I would just wait till the morning, but I don't want to wait till the morning. I want to just start forging. That forge is quite a ways from completion, which I'm finally accepting. So at this point, I'm just going to cheaply... No, I want to go up one more. Will that work with the ceiling? I guess I don't have to have the whole thing ceilinged off. I just don't want creatures generally making it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so... come out to here. Alright, just gonna do a little basic wall system with a door. Go probably at least 3 high. And that should hopefully stop most, if not all, of the nasties from getting in. They can still get in through the little windows. They can still come in over the roof up top. I'm just not sure if they will. But at this point, I'll be like 90% protected. Dang it. I always do that. I'm always on the wrong side. All right, I'm going to build my walls. I'm going to put a door up. And then we're going to get to forging. It's not gonna look that great, but that's fine. I don't care how it looks at this point. I just have extra materials I can use to defend myself, so let's do that. Alright, it's not perfect. We don't exactly have a full roof, and then I still have the holdout windows in the back that some creatures can get through. But this is a lot better than just being totally open facing and anything can just walk up and whap me. So we might still get a creature or two in a session, but I think we'll be able to actually sit here and forge at night now. So at this point, it's time to start hand working these frickin' iron blooms, and then I'm just gonna go bloom to bar to tool all in one thing so I don't have to keep wasting coal. And then we're gonna head out and we're gonna go back to the borax pits, people. Allegedly. I really don't think there's any borax there at this point, but I guess we'll find out. Thank God, foraging is finally done. So I switched up the strategy a little bit. I did 2 shovels, an iron axe, and some shears. The current pickaxe and prospecting pick are almost destroyed, but I think just having 1 set of doubles will do. And then I also got shears. The axe and the shears, I'm assuming I'm going to need to keep making a lot of ladders for all of this prospecting, so I'd rather just have them than keep making stone tools. It's so annoying to stop and make the stone tools, but I was trying to save some resources. Alright, so at this point, people, I'm about ready to head out. I don't think I'm even going to wait till the morning. We're just going to start heading back where we got to go. And it's time to look for borax again. Please pray for me. I gotta drop the corn off. Forgot about that. I grabbed this from, finally grabbed this from the big windmill ruin. Always had in mind that I didn't have to make a quern, and there it is. Now I don't. Oh my gosh, people. The amount of stuff I did for how little progress I made. I mean, I'm not even getting copper out of it this time. Like, this is terrible. I've dug up almost this whole area. I have so many tunnels right here near the hotspot, and I've now connected like all of them. I've dug out so much of this place, dude. I cannot believe that there's borax here. And now the worst part is on my regionals, my new regional prospects, even right here where I was getting borax readings before, it doesn't even come up as minuscule. So like I did a regional prospect right next to the hotspot where I got the 0.21 reading, and that second prospect doesn't even get minuscule amounts. So now it's reading as if there is no borax in the area. And I don't know if I might be going insane, or maybe the game's screwing with me. I don't know. But at this point, friends, I don't think there is borax over here. I've done so much tunneling and so much digging, and it really can't be that deep. I went over on the other side and did a huge line. I literally scarred the earth looking for borax. I just don't think it's here. Look it, I'm not even getting minuscule readings right now. This is ridiculous. So is the borax here or is it not? Because look, there's nothing there. And then we got the real reading and minuscule readings. This is, oops, this is so dumb. Borax sucks. All right, friends, I don't know. I think maybe the next episode then is exploring out further in hopes of finding borax, because at this point, I am fairly freaking confident there's no borax over here. I'm going to do another regional prospect as a sanity check, and it'll show no borax. Yep, borax doesn't even come up. So what the hell happened that I got all these prospects with some amount of borax, and then now I prospect the same exact area and I get nothing? The hell is that, man? Alright, I gotta get back out of the tunnel alive, which that should be fairly easy. At this point, I've got like 3 or 4 different escape routes, so yeah, I'll take a few more prospects, but this is just proof of concept, so I know I'm not insane. Yes, borax is not popping up. Alright, I think that has to more or less end the search for borax in this area, because now I can't even see it on the prospects. Well, I'll tell you what, at least after all that frustration, I get a pretty dang good view on the way home. Look at this. Look at this. These are the times you live for in Vintage Story. Especially because right now there's no chores on my mind. I get to just relax and enjoy the beautiful scenery. And it is beautiful. I did some more prospects along the way, just random bits and pieces. No more real borax readings. So sadly that is what it is. I went out a little bit further west. I think that's where we're going to probably go next time. Maybe we'll head out west to look for borax. I don't know, people. This is getting so miserable. I just want iron freaking anvils so we can advance to meteoric iron. And then I don't have to make like double the anvils, because if I make bronze just to make iron, I still need iron anvils. So this whole thing is not working out very well right now. Trying to get my forge up and running. Alright, people, this is where we're going to wrap it up. I basically got absolutely nothing done today. My life is worth nothing, and I have no value in Vintage Story at the moment. That's how I feel. Alright, goodbye.